deserves. So you're here tonight. Get on the Tash train. We all cherish our past and how we got here, along with this music that we love, that is the soundtrack of our lives. I've seen the future of rock and roll. Its name is Tash. So, without further ado, help me welcome Tash Neal for your listening pleasure.
Rest in peace, Richard.
Shut up.
There we go.
Lucille, please handle your sisters well. Lucille, please handle your sisters well. Lucille, I love you still. Lucille, please come back where you belong. Lucille, please come back where you belong. Lucille, I love you still. Woke up this morning, Lucille was not in sight. That's my friends so bad, I put on the little tight. Lucille, please don't do your sisters well. Lucille, I love you still. Then I woke up this morning, Lucille was not inside. Asked my friends about her, but all they live with tight. Lucille, please don't do your sisters well. Ooh, Lucille, I love you still. Lucille, yeah, Lucille. Ooh, Lucille, I love you still.
That was for little Richard Pennyman. Indeed.
Awesome.
Indeed. Thanks, everybody. I wanna just reiterate how grateful I am that everyone's here and to be here, to be able to play music for you all. So I'm gonna continue on. Tonight's set is full of all kind of my favorite tunes, really, but there's a theme to it. So I'm gonna start and then explain.
sun. Here comes the sun. And I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles return into their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I say it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 Little darling, I feel the ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I say it's alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I say it's alright. It's alright.
Vaccine pretty much
That's right.
All right.
Right.
That's great.
Thank you very
Right,
much.
Ash.
Do it.
Yeah, man.
I gotta say, every time I play that, it's always a dismount because I don't play it with a capo. For all you guitar players out there, there's no capo involved, and I learned that is from the Concert for Bangladesh version of "Here Comes the Sun." Look that up.
Nice.
Yeah, why don't you check it out?
But we're gonna continue on in the same vein.
Gotta make it smile.
Why don't we do it in the road? Why don't we do it in the road? know we do it in the road, yeah. Why don't we do it in the road? 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 No one will be watching us. Why don't we do it in the road? No one will be watching us. Why don't we do it in the road? No one will be watching us. Why don't we do it in the road?
Guys, many thanks.
Very
Many,
nice,
many
very
thanks.
nice.
All right, all right. Yes. Tuning by ear, we're just out here, man. All right, I hope everyone's still feeling well. Everyone's not coughing. I haven't heard any coughing, so that's great.
Going on? No.
No one's sniffing or anything.
LD.
So
What was that? Oh, yes.
I started, you know,
yes,
Lucille
yes.
was obviously a Little Richard song that was in, you know, may he rest in all of these, and all of the peace, all of the power, all of the things. But the Beatles used to cover him all the time. And so I went from Lucille into Here Comes the Sun, great Beatles song, shout out to George Harrison, into Why Don't We Do It in the Road off of the White Album. Paul primarily wrote that. And in that spirit, I'm gonna go to the next tune here. You gave me something I understand. You gave me love in the palm of
Can you let you?
That is awesome.
Yahoo!
Thank you very kindly. Shout out to Paul
Fair
McCartney.
enough.
Hey, everybody. Tash, take a break, get a drink. We let him
Fair enough.
get a breather. And while he's doing that, I would like to share this with you.
You're hilarious.
Here's your virtual tip jar information. My co-hosts, thank you for helping with the muting and stuff, including me. I was on for a second there. It ain't easy, guys. So I don't know if anybody's been doing it, but someone please help me posting this information in the chat screen so we can stay with the music as much as possible. So
Well, I'm also curious, like, did she tell Sunny she was going to go off, like, on the 3:30 call?
and there we go.
Surprise. Your Forgiveness Radio here. And so, yeah, so that was a solo tune by Paul when the Beatles, sad time when the Beatles split. But there is a silver lining. Everybody seemed to, Ringo included, seemed to have very solid songwriting skills on their own. So the last song was proof that Paul had some mojo and swagger in the situation. In that spirit, let's go to John Lennon, who also had quite a storied solo career. Imagine the single Excluded. There's quite a few John Lennon singles. I want to throw out Mind Games. I want to throw out, you know, the list is far too extensive, but here's one of my favorites.
I was dreaming of the past, and my heart was beating fast. I began to lose control. I began to lose control. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm sorry that I made you cry. Oh, no, I didn't want to hurt you. I'm just a jealous guy. I was feeling insecure. You might not love me anymore. I was shivering inside. I was shivering inside. I didn't mean to touch you. I'm sorry that I made you cry. Oh, to hurt you. I'm sorry that I made you cry. I didn't want to hurt you. Just a jealous guy. I was trying to catch your eyes. Thought that you was trying to hide. I was swallowing my pain. I was swallowing my pain. I didn't mean to hurt you. Sorry that I made you cry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm just a jealous guy. Just a jealous guy. Yeah. I'm just a jealous guy.
Thought number. Thank you very much. Very much. Shout out to John Lennon.
Must have been the ancestors.
Everybody mute yourselves.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That he did. So, yeah, so he's great. That sounds like subtle praise, but it's true. So, yeah, we did Paul. We did John. We're moving to George, okay? All right. Then I wanted to do a little thing. I don't know if you caught what I did there. Started with Here Comes the Sun by George Harrison, ending the solo Beatles set with George Harrison. Wow, full circle. Okay. I want to say also, Give Me Love by George Harrison is a great song. And I might do that next time we don't see each other. But it's a good song.
My sweet Lord, my Lord, my sweet Lord, I really wanna see you, really wanna be with you, really wanna see you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord, my sweet Lord. My Lord, my sweet Lord, I really wanna know you, really wanna go with you, really wanna show you love, but it takes so long, my Lord. Hallelujah, my sweet Lord, hallelujah, oh my Lord. Hallelujah, sweet Lord, hallelujah. Really wanna see you, really wanna see you, really wanna see you, Lord. Really wanna see you, Lord. And it takes so long, my Lord, my sweet Lord, my Lord. My Lord, I Really wanna know you. Really wanna go with you. Really wanna show you, Lord, that it takes so long. My Lord, my sweet Lord, my Lord, my sweet Lord.
Yahoo! All right. Rock and roll, man. Rock and roll. Thank you guys very kindly. Appreciate that. Shout out to George Harris. We're going to continue honoring cats that have passed, cats that have gone. We honored George. We're going to continue to honor Mr. Richard Pettyman, because without Little Richard, I don't know if we'd have rock and roll the way we see it today. Clearly, a lot of the songs the Beatles covered, a lot of the songs, you know, Elvis. I mean, name anybody, and Little Richard really gave him the inspiration for the things they did. So, in that spirit, we're gonna continue on.
He said he had the music, but he had a lot of fun, oh baby. Yeah, baby. Woo, baby. Some fun tonight. I saw Uncle John, Lord Todd Sally. That's how I'm ever coming in the back in the area, oh baby. Yeah, baby. Woo, baby. Some fun tonight, yeah. A pretty sweet cigar, everything that I bitch and is all baby. Yeah, baby. Woo, baby. Some fun tonight. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Have some fun tonight. Everything's alright. Have some fun tonight. Have some fun tonight. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Have some fun tonight. Woo! Everything's alright. Have some fun tonight. Have some fun. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Have some fun tonight. Everything's alright. Have some fun tonight. Have some fun. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Quick rock and roll number by Little Richard. Covered by the Beatles and many other cats. Speaking of back in the day. This song is a song I wrote back in the day, a long time ago. I was objectively a kid, like teenager at the time. Started writing songs. I was really into the Beach Boys and, you know, trying to get good. Didn't quite know what love was, you know, but a young man can dream, right?
By the way, you can't stay. Lower than the stars with me, that's fine. As long as you'll be mine. If you want, I can sing. Greatest love song you've ever down. But you must show me how. After all said and done, though I won't be the lucky one, if it seems that all I needed is nothing more than to see it. If you want, I can sing the greatest love song you've ever heard. But you must show me how. After all said and done, though I won't be the lucky one, if it seems that all I needed is nothing more than to see it. After all said and done, though I won't be the lucky one, if it seems that all I needed, nothing more than to see it.
So pretty.
Funny. Thank you very much. It's funny. I was like, I wish I could talk to that kid. He'd be like, it's gonna be all right, bro. I was like, you're gonna make it, man. I was like, well, watch out for this pandemic thing that's coming, just in case. Get some masks.
Sanitizer.
A lot of sanitizer.
Oh man. All right. So I did cover a song by this artist last week, and I said last week I don't really do that, but I'm gonna do it again because it's like one of my favorite tunes. And again, like I said, I was gonna say to my 17-year-old self, listen, things are getting very serious. Things are getting very real. You might as well play things. So, here's one of my fave tunes. I hope you guys after all the jacks are in their boxes and the clowns have all gone to bed, you can hear happiness staggering on down the street. Footprints dressed in red, and the wind whispers Mary. The world is dreamily sweeping up the broken pieces of yesterday's life. But somewhere the queen is weeping. Somewhere the king has no wife. And the wind it cries Mary. The traffic lights they turn a blue tomorrow. Shine the emptiness on down on my bed. Tiny islands, sands downstream. Is the life that live is dead. The wind screams, Mary. Will the wind ever remember the names it has blown in the past? This touch, its old wage and its wisdom, it whispers no, this will be the last. And the wind cries, Mary. Hard to play that by yourself.
Hey, thank you so much.
It's hard to play that by yourself. Thank you. Appreciate that.
That was
You guys are
great.
too kind. It's too nice.
Tash, grab a drink. I want to show people something special here.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
So this is the poster that we had made for tonight, and this is the file that I'll be sending you. If you would like to purchase it, you can send me $5 and I'll send you the files. Our friend Sandy Garofalo designed this pretty quickly for a normal human being. She put time into it, but she does amazing things. And I just want you to know that she's everybody mute yourselves, please. She's working on some other posters for upcoming shows. We're going to try to create a series of like the Fillmore used to do, where we'll show like the next 3 or 4 weeks of the acts. And then we're also planning to, we're also, can y'all hear me? We're also planning to do some more elaborate posters in the future. So stay tuned. That's what we have for tonight. If you're interested, let me know. And we will be going back to the music in a minute. All the proceeds for everything, the poster, the cover charges, the tips, obviously, will go to Tash.
Rock and roll.
All right, my friend.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Are you guys ready for rock and roll?
Yeah, get your video back.
Yeah.
And everybody's muted.
All right. All right. Thanks, everybody, again. So I'm going to continue on. Last week, yeah, I'd never done a bunch of tunes that I played for you guys and that I played last week, and there's another one. The one time I did play it, which is kind of awesome, was I was on tour. I remember we were playing the Vic Theater in Chicago, and we were opening for Government Mule. And I remember I was their tour manager at the time, TJ, was the tour manager, and I remember I was downstairs in my green room with some people, and then I get a knock on the door, and it's TJ, and so I was like, get upstairs, and I'm like, what's going on? I run upstairs, and we play this song. Across the water, it's galleons and guns, looking for the new world, in that palace in the sun, on the shores lay Montezuma, with its cocoa leaves and pearls, his horse they often wonder, with the secrets of the world, and the subjects gather around him, like the leaves around a tree, and it glows in many colors, for the angry gods to see, and the world that all are beautiful, and the man's the tread and strong. They offer life and sacrifice so that the others could go on.
together, and they lifted many stones. They carried them in the flatlands, but they died along the way. And they built up with their bare hands, but they still can't do today. And I know she's living there, and she loves me to this day. But still can't remember when, how I lost my way. And dancing across the water, Cortez, Cortez, what a killer.
Right.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thanks, everybody.
Good job, Tash.
Thank you very much. I've never played that on my own, by myself, which is why.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yep.
You guys are the greatest audience to try new stuff in front of. So this is very great for me.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it
You
was
have to
really.
do it again.
I will. Yeah, we got to do it again.
Okay. Don't let that be your first time.
Yeah, no, yeah, it won't be my last. Won't be my last time. But well, what a great memory. Because I was a huge fan. You know, I used to see the Allman Brothers at the Beacon Theater when I was a teenager. You know, getting into heavy and the guitar. You couldn't tear me away from the guitar those years. And I'd be up in the balconies and never thought I'd ever be on stage or anything like that. And, you know, would just be like, you know, Warren and Derek were just, you know, the next thing to Clapton and, you know, Dwayne and everybody. So, you know, getting like, I'm having my own rock star issues at the time in the green room, having a great time. And having the guy come up and I go upstairs and I walk upstairs and Warren's like, yeah, man. And Farmer gives me a guitar and I go on, I play Cortez the Killer by Neil Young, one of my favorite artists. And that's, you know, will remain one of my favorite memories ever. But we're going to continue on. This is a tune also an old school song I wrote. A lot of these tunes made a comeback. A lot of times you might write songs back in the day and they're not right for the musical context that you are performing the music in at the time. So I had plenty of songs that, you know, ended up on Here Come the Girls, the second London Soils record that I wrote years before, and some I wrote like the day before a session. Whereas the first record was just our live show at that time. So music's funny like that. And that story is not, you know, new. But this is one of those tunes.
Said I woke up in the morning, looking for some fun. You better check the clock, it's the night hour, and I'm on the run. So I said, baby, on my knees. So I paused before to go out the door, she told me. You know, begging me, please, please, please. Begging me, please, please, please. Begging me, please, begging me, please. Please, please, please. Oh, I'm never gonna love you, baby. Never gonna live in the more is bad for me. I said I woke up in the evening, looking for some change. Never checked the box, not special, not a friend. Said it to me, baby. What's on your mind? Said, see me and don't believe me by time. Begging me, please, please, please. Begging me, please, please, please. Begging me, please, begging me, please, begging me, please, please, please. Oh, I ain't never gonna love you, baby. I'm gonna live in the more is bad for me. Ooh. So I woke up in the morning, looking for some fun. You better check the clock, it's the midnight hour, and I'm on the run. So I took a baby on my knees. So to my passport, before you were at the door, she on me. Begging me, please, please, please. Begging me, please, please, please. Begging me, please, begging me, please. Please, please, please. Oh, I ain't never gonna love you, baby. I'm gonna live in the more bad for me. Yeah, I ain't never gonna love you, baby. I'm gonna live in the more bad for me. Ooh, I ain't never gonna love you, baby. I'm gonna live in the more bad for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Very
yeah.
good.
Thank you very much. It's all about those
Nice.
high oohs, man. Shout out to Little Richard. Without him, I wouldn't know how to do that. So, I wanted to do a special reprise.
Yeah.
This tune, played earlier.
Tweezer repires?
Right.
Nice. I like that. I like that.
But so we're still honoring Little Richard Pettyman, and this Nashville, Tennessee is one of my favorite places, and we were down there. I don't remember which store it was, and I remember we had a night off, so we went to the Foo Bar. I don't know if it still exists, but it's a really cool place that a lot of local cats that are sick musicians would go and play like low-key shows. And one of our friends was playing this one night, and he's probably one of the most talented musicians, artists I've ever seen. He drums for, I think he still drums for Paul Simon, and I didn't even know he was a drummer. That's how good he is. He was like the sickest guitar player I'd ever seen. And in Nashville, every guitar player is incredible. So I saw him do this version of this tune, and I was like, man, this is it. And it was kind of that Nashville sparkle and magic that just, you know, I keep going back, and I'm like, man, you know, these guys. There's always a artist, special mojo out there. So in that spirit, we're gonna honor those great artists and honor Little Richard, another great artist.
Lucille, I love you still. Lucille, please come back where you belong. Lucille, please come back where you belong. Lucille, oh, I love you still. Lucille, please don't do your sister's will. Lucille, please don't do your sister's will. Lucille, I love you still.
Go, Tash.
Thank you guys. It's a reprise.
Killing it.
Reprise. Right on. We're gonna continue working and working and rocking. And by working, I want to say Mojo. And by Mojo, I want to reference Muddy Waters.
Yeah.
It was probably the greatest cat whoever did it. And you know what? If you're ever feeling like before you go out, other than Megan Thee Stallion, who I listen to before I hit the club, my other song that gets my my Mojo working is Mojo Working by Muddy Waters. Look that up on YouTube. It'll really fluff up your Saturday night. Okay. I got my mojo working, but just don't work on. I got my mojo working, but just don't work on you. I wanna love you so bad, I just don't know what to. I'm going down to Louisiana to get me a mojo hand. I'm going down to Louisiana to get me a mojo hand. I'm gonna have to bring up a mind, fetch all my good hand. I got my mojo working. 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 I got my mojo working, but it just don't work.
got my mojo working, but it just don't work on me. I got my mojo working, but it just don't work on me. I wanna love you so bad, I just don't want to. I got my mojo working. I got my mojo working. I got my woo working. I got my mojo working. I got my mojo working, but it just don't work. I got my mojo working, but it just don't work. I got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you.
Tash.
Rock and roll.
All right.
Hey, hey, Tash.
Yeah.
Just take a sec, have a drink. I
Cool.
think that was supposed to be the end of this set, but I don't know. These people are pretty much digging it tonight. And I'm going to say something right now.
Yeah.
I heard earlier tonight my evil twin brother, Vito Shapiro, came out, and I apologize for him. He got the wrong set of jeans. I'm the nice one. He's nasty. But the audience, first, you sound awesome, my man. You
Thank you.
are an amazing cat.
Thanks.
Give him a round of applause. And you know what? You guys, the audience, give yourselves a round of applause because I know I've been watching you guys muting yourselves when the song starts, and we've been trying to help you, but we can't keep up with you, so you did great. And thank you to my co-hosts, Jeff, Jillian, Gavin, and Rick, for helping maintain and monitor this. So, without any further ado, we're going to mute you guys. And you think we have time for one more?
Yes, please. I'd love to play one more if you guys are down.
You guys want one more? All right, let's mute you. We'll mute you. You mute yourself, and let's see what he's got for us.
Song, man.
Thanks, Chad.
Yes, I'm lonely. Wanna die. Yes, I'm lonely. Wanna die. If I ain't dead already, girl, you know the reason why. In the morning, girl, you know the reason why. My father was of the sky, my father was of the earth, and I am of the universe. And you know what it's worth. I'm lonely. If I ain't that already, girl, you know the reason why. The eagle picks my eye, the one mimics my ball. I feel so suicidal, just like Dennis Mrs. Jones. I'm lonely. On that night, get already. Locked up was my mind, you miss around my soul. Feel so suicidal, even had me rock and roll. I'm lonely. I'm a die. If I ain't dead already, you know the reason why. You know the reason why. You know the reason why. You know the reason why.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Tremendous.
It's an explosion
job,
of rock and
Tash.
roll. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Awesome.
So great.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful doing, buddy.
The bright
Take
side.
care,
guys.
Tash.
Thanks,
Much love.
Tash.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really
Thanks,
appreciate it. It was
man.
awesome.
Thank you guys. It's the
That's
highlight of
great.
my week, getting to do this. So
Yay.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Anyone
you.
catch the
Thank you,
set
guys.
list?
One more?
More, man.
Can I get a guitar pick?
It was a great show. Great show.
Amazing.
it's again.
One more, man.
Where is he? I mean, I could do.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
This might be
Heroes in the house.
unscripted, but I might be out here.
Thought I heard
Yeah,
a
we'll
guitar
take
there.
it. We'll
there
Let me
take
do
it.
one more. I did. Just gonna go
Thank
for
you.
it.
Just one more.
A quick tune.
Encore.
Free bird.
I may not always love you, as long as there are stars above you. You never need to doubt it. I'll make you so sure about it. God only knows what I'd be without you. If you should ever leave me, life would still go on, believe me. What would show nothing to me? So what good would living do me? God only knows what I'd be without you. God only knows what, God only knows what I'd be without you. God only knows what I'd be without you. God only knows what I'd be without
Wow.
Unscripted encore. Boom.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you guys.
No,
Good song.
I knew you were a surfer the first time I saw you.
I wish. I tried to surf. I never could catch a wave. Musically,
Yeah,
I could
you
catch
caught
a
it.
wave, but
Got the wave.
You caught the wave,
I'll be
Phil.
out there.
And you're
Well,
sitting on top of the
Tash,
world.
it's been a long day. We've been at this since like, I don't even know, 2, 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah, man. This is
Awesome set, awesome night. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Everybody
man.
stick around for some closing comments, but we'll see you in a couple of weeks for sure.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much again. Cheers,
Tash,
everybody.
have a great night,
so
man.
much. Thank you
Thanks.
so much.
So
Wait
long.
to do it again.
Can't wait for the next one.
Yeah.
Stay safe, everybody.
You
You
too.
All right.